anyone is passing by on this live, I would love for you, if you want to join us for a little soul session. I call it a soul refresh session. I'm just gonna do a little clearing now. Calm the space for me. My dog is now sleeping, I think, which is good. I'm not sure if you can hear me. If anyone's out there, feel free to just say hey in the chat. I'll keep an eye out, but sometimes with Instagram, you don't really see who's there, or I've heard people don't have a comment ability. So I guess we'll see if that works or not. So if you're here for the replay, just take this time to just start to relax into your space. And if you get antsy, you can always fast forward a little bit. Kind of just give it some time here for anybody to hop on if they see me, or, for some reason when I go to people's live videos, I get like nervous, like, oh, are they gonna see me? Are they gonna know I came in and I left and all that kind of stuff some of us sensitive souls go through. But I want to ensure you safe space here. You can stop in, you can leave if you have to. There's no need to ever, feel pressured to do the whole thing. So this is a very relaxed, open container. So I'll just start talking a little bit about what the soul refresh session is. If you are new here, or just if you are a returning sessioner, I don't know what to call you, participant, then you can let me know kind of in the comments, like after I say this, like what you get out of this. Why do you come back and do this session again each week? What does it mean to you? So for me, my intention is just to create this open container, and it's just a place for you to rest your weary feet, your weary head, when you're tired from the week, when you're out of balance, which we're all gonna get a lot of the time. Things, especially now in the world, they're speeding up. There's a lot of duality that's coming out. It's hard to know which direction to turn. So this is a space where we're going to use some different tools that I can help you use, and maybe there's some you use on your own, to bring your energy, your field back to center, and just calm yourself, become grounded, and create an opportunity for your higher self, your body, and your soul to speak to you. Because most of the time we're running around, we're telling ourselves what to do, and we're going all crazy. So this is just the space to roll that back, create this little bubble, if you will, away from everything you're responsible for, everything that's bothering you, and just to hang out. And I just am here to lead you so that you don't even have to think about what comes next. So it can be anything. I just kind of do what comes to me, and but it is mostly to create balance. How are you going to find balance in your life so that you can come from a more centered space when you're doing everything else? And also just to move your body in an intentional way. So a lot of times we will move within my sessions because that's my wheelhouse. I'm the mover, right? So if you don't know me, I've been a dancer for many, many, many years. I don't even know how many to say right now. But, I was back trying to teach kids in the neighborhood dance, and then, it kind of rolled into this new, more in-depth thing where I really can help you find what you're storing in your body, where is that tension coming from? So not just, we will release the tension, you'll be flexible, you'll be stronger, but there's a little more intention behind these movements that we do, and they're not different other than the intention, really. They are a little bit, but the intention to really listen and feel why is this stuff happening? Why am I always tight in my right hip, right? What am I storing in here? Why are my shoulders always tense? You know, what am I holding on to that's not mine? I'm obviously carrying way too big a load, right? Maybe you're tensing your shoulders too, but there's always this emotional, like psychological reason all combined that you are feeling things. So this is your opportunity to zone in, go in, and come down, right? So this is a spiritual thing. We do connect with divine energy. I will offer you some energy work at times, some sound healing, but all of this is created so that we can feel better in our bodies. We can feel safer in what we're doing, and we can hold these stressful situations in a much more efficient manner where we're not always getting run down and stuff like that. So that is just a little rundown. I'm sure it'll keep evolving as we go. And after the session, I will inform you of a little more of some opportunities. So we also will be doing a card reading. So I'm just going to do a collective card reading, but if anybody out there wants a personal card picked for them, I can totally do that today. That would be really fun if anybody stops by or if anybody's listening. All right, so let's sit wherever we are, however you're comfortable. All right, just kind of paying attention, and as you scoot around, creating this nice solid ground with your booty, feeling those sit bones on the ground in a nice way. Just moving the hips a little bit back and forth here. Just feeling how you can kind of be off center, feeling when there's tightness. Just from there, take a little side to side. So just feeling any imbalances, really grounding that booty right into the seat, right into the floor. All right, good. And then we're just gonna start taking little bits of circles with that kind of hip area there. So we're kind of like really adjusting to our base, creating energy. Sending it down. Good. And then go the opposite direction that you were going. Just taking that around. Good. All right, shake it out a little. And just sitting up nice and tall now. And then just closing your eyes. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh out the mouth. Again, in. Sigh out. And one more. In. And sigh out. Just letting that body relax even more. Right? There's that foundational bone structure and a little bit of energy through the muscles to keep you upright, to keep your spine nice and straight. So just picturing down at the ground right in your root chakra, traveling up the spine, nice and slow. You can actually take your hand if you want to, and almost like you're zipping up a jacket, bringing that attention into the spine, inviting in some space, opening up nice and slow at your own time. Nobody's rushing you today. This is all for you. So you can't do anything wrong. You are taking this time for you. Keep going all the way up, in through the neck. I think that's a big disconnection there. So take your time right through the back of the neck, up through the back of the head, and just reaching your arm up, and then go ahead and drop it. Good, taking those deep breaths in through the nose, sigh through the mouth again. Go ahead, in, sigh out, and again, in, sigh out. One more, in. And out. Good. Taking your hands right onto your knees or wherever they feel comfortable. Maybe you have long arms, you want to be a little bit down farther. And go ahead and start rolling those shoulders. As you do that, two things you're going to concentrate on. Your shoulder rolling and your breath. That's it. Just feeling any kind of knots or anything kind of rolling over in that back and those shoulders, inviting them to just take a little bit of release. inviting in some heat to bring some calmness. We hold a lot back here in our shoulder blades, especially as a sensitive being, and taking a lot of energy. Good. And when you're ready, just squeeze those shoulder blades together, open the chin, open the chest. Good. Take a deep breath in again. And out. Again, in. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades. And out. One more in. And out. Go ahead and open your eyes for a second. Latch those fingers together. Hi, everybody that's stopping by. Love to see you. We're just going through this little bit of release. We're stretching it out. So we're getting a lot of guidance just to stretch this upper back right now. Really inviting that relaxation into the deepest aspects of our muscles. Go ahead and bring it up here and open the chest again. Inviting nice, full oxygenated breaths into the lungs. Good. Going ahead and keeping the fingers intertwined, placing the hands over the head, and just letting everything relax there. Feeling that energy in the spine, holding it up. You can go ahead and close your eyes again. Good. And just imagine from those hands right there, some nice water. It's pure, it's clean, it's whatever temperature you need right now. Go ahead and make that decision for yourself. Allowing that water to come through, feeling that energy, holding it there. Good. Continuing to breathe, just feeling that water. Good. And if you feel called, you can slowly just start, with your eyes closed, letting your hands just run down, kind of like you would in like a beautiful waterfall of just like the most healing waters. And it's just dripping down your body. Let it seeping right into that skin. All the way through the skin, into the muscles, the tendons. Deeper and deeper. And if there's anywhere that you feel you want to stop and give like a soft rub or a soft pat, allow yourself to listen to your body and bring that through. Beautiful. Keep taking your time, and you can go ahead and start moving the hands anywhere in the body that needs this nourishment. Letting this rain, thick noise, just kind of prevent anything from sticking in your head. Like, let it just keep draining out. It'll be there when we come back from this time. Come on in. Even if you're just walking. Okay, we're just clearing our fields. Good. Feeling that energy now going deep within your mitochondria, within your cells. And just start moving around any way you feel now. And if you want to open your eyes, you can. If you want to keep them closed, you can. Feel how your breath feels now. Just feeling the energy moving around you. Maybe it's rolling in. Maybe you're feeling like a little better and you want to like jam out a little. Maybe you want to move super slow. And whatever it is, it counts, okay? It counts as your movement. And your body needs it and it's asking for it. And with full intention, to start to open up. Start to shake out some of that tension, some of that anxiety and stress that we hold on to. And if you feel like some kind of nervousness, go ahead and place your hands on your solar plexus and just do some rubs, but keep it moving. Keep it moving around. Beautiful. Good. And then just bringing your hands down to that solar plexus area, right in between your ribs if you haven't yet. Just let those hands cross over however it feels. Opening your chest. We're just going to take our head side to side. Just allowing those shoulders to detach from the ears. Carly, you're watching this, you'll love that. You gave me that analogy. She said she was wearing her shoulders as earrings. So we want to take the earrings off right now, right? And you'll feel resistance for sure. Like my shoulders are like, I don't want to effing relax right now. But I'm just going to keep not judging them and breathing into it. And just letting your head go side to side now. And when you can feel kind of focused in and that movement's kind of happening on its own, start taking a little deeper breaths in through your nose, right into that belly where you're holding your hands. Maybe I can't talk and do it at the same time apparently yet. So if you need to stop for a second, and then just allowing that slow breath out through the straw feeling. Good, and keep allowing that to happen for a moment. Really feeling all of that sink in now. Good, taking your head movement, changing it from side to side, from down to up. And down. And up. And down. And up. Good. A couple more. Now as you go, let's take a breath in as you bring it back, opening the chest up. Super slow through the straw as you bring it back down. And again, in and down. And you can start to make that curve bigger, right? Connect it through the body. And one more. And back. Good, bringing it center. Taking a little wiggle, starting in the booty, bringing it up through the hips, bringing it up through the rib area here, up through the shoulders, up through the head. Take a second, let everything settle, settle, settle. Just like you threw some dust up in the air, and now it's all settling, settling, settling. Find a comfortable position. Feel that settle. Feel all that blood pumping through your body. Allowing any thoughts to pass through your mind. Let's go ahead and take a few more belly breaths. In through the mouth this time and out through the mouth. So bringing it in. And releasing it down. Remember, take your time. Again, in through the mouth. Right into that belly and let it out. Good. One more just like that. And slow. Good. Letting that all settle for a moment. Good. A few normal breaths, really rooting into the ground. Good, feeling that dropping of energy again into the ground, outside of you. Good, then pulling up through the earth for some energy. If you want to open your eyes so you can do the hand movement and bringing it up, and you're just kind of connecting with your higher self, opening your field a little bit more, bringing it down, 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 down. Good, that energy can definitely use to relax, relax, relax. Bringing it in front of that solar plexus area. If you want to squeeze your hands, feel that just a little tension might need to come out, that's cool too. And then opening up, allowing it to open up. Good, and I'm getting one more time we need. Go ahead and take that deep breath in. Really envisioning that energy rising up all the way as far as eternity, as far as you can think of, and even more than you can comprehend, and then feeling all of your energy, opening a big space for you. As your arms come down, we'll just envision our energy field being sealed in some golden light, right? And we're gonna block kind of anything from interfering or coming in, but there is just like a screen. We can still let things out right through that energy field. Good, so just start pushing out a little bit, push, all around you, wherever you feel there's maybe density, you might feel tingling in your fingers. Whatever you feel, pushing that away is the intention, just clearing. And it's not like a, get out of here, just like, okay, you can go now. Just Beyonce's song, to the left, like exit stage left kind of feel to it, These are things that may have served us well right now, and they may have been in our lives, and we're grateful for it. All of our experiences are full of value and wisdom for us, but we're still gonna allow that to drop right now. Good. And then just inviting to start any of our higher guides or any spirits that want to be here for the card reading. And before we do that, I'm going to ask you to just shake it out. So we're just going to shake everything out. I'm going to shake this rain stick for us. And as you hear the sound through the ether, up through me, we're going to connect all the way out to you. If you need to envision it in that way through your human mind, and just picture my sound coming into your body, helping release a little bit more of that. You can yell, you can make noises, anything that feels good. All right? So here we go. Get ready. Hold on, 18 beings here. 1, 2, 3. Shake it, let it all out. Don't be afraid to make some noise. Woo! I know you're out there making the noise. Let it all out. Woo, 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 yeah! A little more. Good. And letting that settle. All the way down, relaxing that body. One more time. Envisioning that relaxation coming down from the divine, bringing in that loving energy that is always available for you. Just bringing in some nourishment. Just all the way, stand down your body, inviting each tense place, invite it nicely. Okay, you can relax for right now. We're in our safe bubble. Letting it come through. Beautiful. If anybody is out there, please say hello so I know that you're there. I see some. I'm seeing more people that I can see than usually. Beautiful. Okay, and just rub those hands together. And one last, whoo, good. All right, let's pick a card. So if anybody is out there and wants a card, just put it in the comments. If not, I'm just gonna do a collective reading. I'll show you my dog at the end here. He's staring at me. He loves this. He gets a little jealous sometimes. We're paying attention to you. Also, I do have my crystal singing bowls over here, so I just brought those in a little bit, but I like to have them, I don't know how they're gonna sound on camera, so I just want to have them a little bit farther away so you can pick up the resonance. So we'll see how that goes. We trust. All right, so we're just gonna ask for any general advice, messages, and remember, this is about, you taking the messages, but also taking it through that system that we've just cleared of your own, so that you know what you're actually meant to get from the message, okay? So this is a co-creative space, me, you, and the divine. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pick our first elemental empath card here. Okay, this is good. Creatrix. So this is a timely thing. So this is all about, it says express emotions, birth your creations, womb energy. All right, so you can see this beautiful card here. And this is all about being called into your creativity. And, by this, we don't mean necessarily your artistic creativity. This could be your artistic creativity, but your soul as a creator is what you're doing here, right? So you can be creating anything new in your life. So we're being called to open ourselves up to that and to start to dream a little bit more now, and kind of to take some steps out into the unknown, giving us kind of the go-ahead that like we've done a lot of work right now, and now is our time to not necessarily learn anymore, maybe a little bit on the side, but focus on what you are creating in your world. That could be somebody that does amazing things with their house. It could be, you could be like an amazing organizer, and you are able to create this organizational space that, you know, holds a ton of stuff, and you know, can artistically, creatively see that kind of thing. So you can create anything, even little things. So I'm going to read this card. You are a creator. You are a creatrix. As a human being, you are a creator, even if you don't identify as a creative person. And I think that's really, like they're saying it too, it's really important, because a lot of people will be like, I'm not creative, but like, if you tell me, I could find it. So if you're in this video like, I'm not creative, put a comment in the thing, send me a message, and I'll tell you we'll talk, and I'll help you find your creator energy, because we all have it. You know, that's what we're doing here in this human body. As a woman, so this is a little bit more woman-oriented talk, your womb, or energetic womb, if you don't have a physical one, is a magical portal of creation that can channel life, whether physical or energetic. The space within you is made for creation. This card is your call to channel that creative force in whatever form that takes for you. It's your time to birth creation into this reality. This could be through art, music, writing, dancing, crafts, building, really anything that gets the creative juices flowing. Allow your nature to be expressed through creation. And I just want to make the note that if you are a person out there, which if you are probably attracted to me, you have these like passions, and you want to really like focus on that and flow your creative juices that way. But sometimes if you need a little bridge, or maybe some energetic juice to that area, a good idea is to put that creative energy towards something with a lot less pressure, something that you really can tap into the enjoyment of it without like trying too hard. So, you know, when you're building towards this bigger creation, going to this little creation. And I'll just give you an example of what I've done on my break since I've been gone for a while here, and I'll get into more of that and what happened and all of that. I mean, I'm good, but I was just called to step back from the internet. I mean, that's really what it came down to, and I was very much needed in the physical human world in a way that I couldn't also be doing the social media things much. And I think it was an important social media hermit mode for me. And one of the things I ended up doing was I went through my clothes and I got rid of like all this like maybe someday stuff. Like maybe someday I'll be this. Maybe someday somebody will ask me to be something I'm not, and then I will need this garment. And even stuff that I was like not really enjoying wearing, and I know I loved it, but it's just like my life wasn't really needing. There was no need for it. So I did this huge cleansing on my clothing and kind of purging, just like I would with anything else, my soul and everything else like that. And what I did was after I cleansed all my clothes, I put my creative energy into creating a Poshmark page and this other Depop app. So I like kind of did this deep dive into this other world of business that I've never ventured into. And it was a very good process, actually, in order to work the same muscles, the same energies that I needed for my bigger projects that I was kind of getting in a way where it was becoming too big above me. Like I was like, bring it down here. So did that, and like just taking pictures, creating your closet, like being open to receiving money and to receiving abundance and to sharing kind of my point of view in the world of resale clothes, kind of brought me into this new light and confidence in other ways that I know it wasn't like I was not doing work on this other thing. This was part of the work on the other things. If that makes sense. I thought that was like kind of a cool thing, and maybe you have something in your life that's popping up like, ooh, yeah, okay, that makes sense, I could do this. So create to connect. Creativity is a powerful way to tap into your true self, as well as release energy and emotions. Let yourself play and enjoy the process without getting lost in perfectionism. Use creativity to channel your emotions and express your sensitivity. And I know the perfectionism is like such a loaded word. It comes in so many ways, and so many of us that are sensitive and people pleasers, we have that perfectionism thing just connected to certain parts of our identity, certain parts of us feeling accepted into our tribes, into society, kind of thing. So just allowing yourself to like envision that artist archetype, that creator archetype. We'll go to the artist, even though the artist can come out and channel into the other parts of the world, right? The creator there. Imagine like imagine someone creating a work of art to the point of perfectionism. Like they would literally never get it done. Like art a lot of times is about making it work, right? And going with the flow. And how many times have you created something where you actually let go and it turned out better than whatever your mind was telling you was perfection? And, what is, in a creation, like what is perfection? How can we decide that? It's something interesting to look at where that is holding you back or causing you extra anxiety and stress, because perfectionism is definitely infusing extra stress and extra anxiety into whatever you're doing, right? Because you're like reaching around trying to control everything. Oh no. And like what you aren't doing is like being grounded and like taking the reins of your actual, creator being that's actually going to make the most amount of difference out there. Beautiful. All right, let me see. Okay, so let's see the potential blocks. It is within you, just waiting to be tapped into. Try out some, okay. Yeah, we already talked about this. It's kind of crazy. I do like to read just to like, because I'm still a little bit in need of validation. Like I'm a work in progress. We all are. Like I'm a teacher, but I'm always a student. Like I'll never not be a student as a teacher, and everything just keeps going more and more, and you keep growing more and more. So I do like to read, but it's pretty much what we said. And they also tell us you are stronger than you think. Keep going and allow your creation to come into the world. And that perseverance, it's just, you're going to fall. Things are going to go wrong. You might be asked to step back. You might be asked to do something you have no clue why you're being asked to do it. And a lot of times you have to go in the body and see, is this the right decision, right? And that's the work, I do and help people do, is being able to like put that energy within your body, hold it in a way where you're not like flailing around, throwing it, but it's scary. It's scary to hold it. It can become overwhelming and it can feel unsafe. So we're just working on doing that is going to lead you, more, I lost it, more into something. I'm a very visual thinker, if you didn't know that about me. So once I start really channeling, I'm like seeing things, and I'm still working on speaking at the same time. It goes deep though. All right, so we can do one more, because why not? I'm not sure who's out there. I did like start a little late, but I know I have a good channel because my cheeks are red, and that's like a new thing for So let's all breathe in and out before we pick the next question. The next card. Bringing it down, helping everybody ground, offering your companionship and loving energy to those with good intentions within the space now or in the future. Just clearing that out a little bit. Beautiful. All right, let's pick a good tarot card. So, that one was the Elemental Empath Guidebook. It's just, if you're an empath, sensitive soul, really, it's good for a lot of people. All my dancers out there, dance teachers. It's a good way to connect to all of those just those templates that we're all going through. Like, you know, we all have the creatrix energy, right? We can tap into that kind of thing, and it kind of directs you, you know, in a way that kind of opens your mind a little bit. And obviously you don't need cards to do that at all, but the cards are helpful for us visual people, and, you know, it's fun. Fun. That's what we're supposed to be having. Good. All right. Telling myself and you guys that. All right, let's go with this little card here. Ooh, the King of Water to go with our creatrix, which was a water card as well. So water is coming up. We brought water into this space to begin with. So this is the King of Water. And look at, he has like this beautiful little fish there. And he seems like such a comforting, protective spirit, right? So I'm going to say right now, I'm just feeling that protector energy, reminding you that you do have, you know, this energetic protection that you can ask for. And, you know, it could be your angels, it could be God. It's whatever in your heart and in your soul, you connect to that divinity, to that all that is, you know, inviting that in, because a lot of times, a lot of those journeys and struggles that, you know, people that end up in this space are going through leaves us feeling very unsafe within our bodies. We start to detach from our bodies, and just bringing in this loving, warm energy of this King of Water especially, you know, he's offering his hand like, come here, little one. You're going to be okay. So just thinking right now, bring it to your mind, like, who do you ask for if you're out and about, or you're feeling like really energetically charged, and it, you know, it can feel a little bit like an energetic attack or danger. Like, what image can you call to your mind? And some things that I like to do is the violet flame. I like the violet flame, picturing it around me, violet flame. In the session earlier, the golden light is really nice. So just a giant golden ball, like letting it go above you and below you, letting it sparkle, creating a filter out of it. You know, you're going to observe things then outside of you, but there's a protection there. And, you know, you're not going to let anything bad come in, and you're also going to protect, you know, anything bad from going out of you as well. So us, you know, as conscious beings understanding what this means, also have a responsibility to show up in that way, where we're also not being, you know, the energy vampires or the overwhelming, you know, energy, like really respecting people's energy, being courteous in a way that is just, it's just, I'm trying to think of the word. It's just like a universal human courtesy. That's kind of what it brings out. And it's not about pleasing anybody, and it's not about any of that stuff, because like, you don't have to do what you think other people are thinking. You don't have to think about these other people, but focusing in on just like, okay, am I showing up good? You know, I know a lot of people are projecting, but what am I projecting upon others as well is super important, especially when you're going through things. And it's okay. Like, you'll realize, shoot, I did that. Okay. You can go address it, apologize to a person, or you can just like do better. You know, it's just about noticing and slowly taking step by step by step. All right. So let's read what the King of Water has to say for us. And this is the Good Tarot, which relates the elements to each of the actual cards in the tarot, the suits. That's what I was meant to say. And it has the major arcana cards as well. So this is water. So this is like King of Cups, if you are a tarot enthusiast out there. All right, I'm just gonna read you this one. This one's in a little weird order sometimes that I forget. Sorry, here we go. So it's crazy. Okay, so from the book, generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener, non-judgmental peacemaker, mediator. I honor and respect all beings, including myself, and see the commonalities we share and the spirit that is in all of us. I listen to other voices and blend them with my own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking an action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness and into harmonious collaboration. Hi, Nicole. These cards are crazy right now. Thank you for stopping in. So we just got the King of Water, and so this is very, very appropriate for the moment. There is a lot going on in the collective when it comes to divisiveness, when it comes to taking sides, when it comes to putting people in a box and thinking, oh, you said this one thing, now I know everything else that you think. Like, no, you don't, okay? Also, you know, what are we hearing? What are we being influenced by? What's coming in through the news? What's coming in through the social media? What are our friends saying, you know? And allowing ourselves to not react right away and like assume and, you know, box people in. And we want to be the ones that are going in within ourselves and using our discernment and our wisdom, blending your own voice. And that was like really good from the card, like blending your own voice into all of the decisions you make. Because it's not about everybody has to agree or anything else. It's about starting to understand each other. Nobody's getting rid of half of the population. We're all here. We all got to share this place no matter what, right? So we are definitely being called to be super aware of that when it comes to our relation to other people, but also our relation to ourselves. And something that I am, something about me is like I'm an observer, and I was very quiet as a kid, but a lot of it was just like I was observing everything, and I like to stand back and observe, and I think it comes from like people watching and stuff. So, you know, I see a lot of people stressing themselves out over things that they're kind of creating a narrative in their head. So they're creating the narrative, and you're stressing out over that narrative, like literally losing sleep, like literally ruining relationships, or, you know, taking in all this clenching tension energy. And it's like a lot of times, like when you get down to it, like it's a narrative you made up in your head, and it's relevant, but it's also not true. So allowing yourself, when you see that news story that says like everybody's gonna be whatever they say, I don't even want to bring the negative things into this container right now, but whatever they say, like don't allow yourself to freak out right away. Like allow yourself to just observe it for a moment, sit with it, ask yourself, is that totally true? Does that make sense to me? And even when it comes to judging others, maybe if someone you know comes out and says something, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person thinks that. They've changed so bad. Like, they're crazy now. Like, usually it's not that. It's usually just not resonating the same anymore. And just kind of, you know, kind of basking in that water. Like, some people obviously do go crazy and turn to bad people, but that's like never really happening as much as we're thinking it happens. So they just might have something important for you to hear. They might have some information that maybe you just don't have access to, like you haven't stumbled upon yet. And it might be something that changes everything for you, but you thought they were crazy, so you didn't say it, you know, that kind of thing. So in this time of divisiveness, just allowing, you know, that light to shine, and don't dim it, you know, don't cut it off from all that information. You're part of the world, and you're part of the creation too, right? Taking that creatrix energy, again, beautiful, like you're creating. You're not, you know, you're not just have to like follow along, and you have no say, you know, especially when it comes to people leading you, you know, like you do have a say. These are the leaders. They're not the dictators, okay? So don't think that you don't have any power, all right? So I think that was beautiful. We had 2 cards, but those were very powerful. So we're just gonna sink into it and allow any messages to come through. So we'll just take a couple moments of just quiet. Go ahead and put your hands on your heart. Feeling that heartbeat. Smiling. Just a little smile, because that heartbeat is a gift. That heart center has so much to support you. Just feeling that beaming energy. Good. making sure you write down any messages that come through for you. Beautiful. And if you're here now or for the replay, I am just so happy to be back and happy you're here. And also just want to tell you that I am going to be offering a little mini card reading offering for the next 2 weeks. So that is going to be a personal card reading with 3 to 4 cards on one of the decks, whatever I pick for you. And you'll get a picture of the card and you'll get a picture of the description and then a little recording. And I'm assuming they're going to be around 15 to 20 minutes right now. As I read the cards and have any messages come through, it'll be around there or what it's meant to be. And I'm going to offer this on a sliding scale just to offer some other people to come in if you need just a little soul message. So it's just a little soul message, a nudge you might be looking for, an answer that might just get you a little bit step forward, okay? And so I'll send you that recording and the pictures. So if you are interested in that, I will be releasing that out just as a little kind of informal registration card, and the sliding scale will be from $55 to $88, okay? So hopefully that will offer some people some opportunity just to get a little nourishment and offer me the opportunity to connect. I actually did a card reading I think ended up doing an hour and a half full card reading with a friend recently, and it was very, very beautiful. So I'm feeling the energy to like offer that service now. All right, I'm just gonna see here. Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh. So this fig tree has been growing forever. Let me stand up here because you can't even fathom. I don't know how it's taller than me now. It was around here. So it's really loving our house. It's really fun. So, and I'll just, if you want to go, you can, or a little bit more. I'm in the dining room right now. Sometimes I do my lives over in front of the fireplace, but now the rest of my plants are in front of the fireplace because one of the culminations of Mercury in retrograde and probably just the culmination of all this cycle ending, we had a leak in my dining room and a huge hole, and I happened to be traveling. I was at a family member's wedding in Arkansas. So my boyfriend stayed home to watch my dog, who is over here now yawning at me. And yeah, there was a huge leak. And so it just they had to rip out this big chunk of the ceiling. So they've been fixing that for the past week. So now my dining room table is pushed against this area and all my plants are in front of there. But I like this new space. So I think we're gonna work it out so that I can work a little bit in this dining room space. It is a really nice space. I can look out the windows here. So it's kind of exciting. So just a little share there of my change in space. But thank you for coming. And if you're watching the replay, please put comments, what you felt, what you thought. And I love you. Sending so much love. Just closing up the space now. And I will talk to you soon. And let me know if you're interested in one of those readings. All right. Love ya. I always forget how to end my thing. So you'll see me tapping around. Oh, I see it. Okay, here we go. Bye. Thank you. All right.